first. Okay, so here's what happened. Logan and Jake have a big falling out, apparently, a falling out over a podcast they did together. And the world is reacting to this. Obviously, this whole mess that's going on with Dylan Dennis posting the pictures of his ex, and not his ex, his current fiance that he engaged to, and she's dated all these different guys. The way Dylan's put in, what's her name?
Her name is Nina Agdal. I actually know her very well. She's from Miami.
Oh, really? Okay, fantastic.
Really? I could go down the path here as long as you want me to go with that.
Well, by the way, say that on Saucecast. Okay,
I will.
So here's the part. So here's the part with this. So Dylan is saying, if I get to 2 million, I'm going to post a picture. If the world sees that, they're going to go crazy. Andrew Tate sees the picture, and he says, if he does, this guy's going to get in trouble. Here's the exchange between Logan and Jake. Go ahead and play this.
I would get kicked out if I brought a Prime bottle to the stadium. That's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, get over it. Meanwhile,
come on, I'm your brother building a business.
Oh yeah, you're my brother building a business. You love to play both sides, bro.
What's the other
you
side?
Play both sides.
What side am I playing?
You play both sides,
What's
and it's
the
like
other?
you want to partner with Dana White and KSI.
My life is my life. Your life is your life. I'm gonna take these opportunities. When we as brothers no longer become additive to each other, and it feels like you or I are trying to take from one another.
When it's convenient for you, we're brothers, but then when it's not, you do the exact opposite of like, we're completely separate, so like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do as well.
I don't know if I always have to yield and bend my personal ways because we are brothers and that's the sole reason. They said I would get—
So now play the other one that I texted you. The other one is what he says, Logan says about the fight that he turned down with— he was supposed to fight Diaz. Rob, if you have it, is this the one? Okay, good. So if you can play this clip here. This is with him talking about— go ahead.
Fury's on my radar.
You're not even a fighter. You do exhibitions and lost like 4 years ago.
I think I'm better than you. And I think Nate chose you for a reason. And I think everyone knows that.
But what have you done to prove that you're better than me?
I don't know. Went toe-to-toe 8 rounds with the greatest boxer of all time. If for whatever reason
Watch
it doesn't
how he
go in
holds the
KSI's
prime
favor,
drink
the
right
story
there.
arc of avenging my business partner and brother is right there. I
think you just want to beat Tommy to be able to say that you're better than me at boxing.
Tommy
Okay,
Fury's
pause it
up.
right there. So here's my thoughts on this. Couple things. 80% of me thinks they're fooling the world. 80% of me thinks they're fooling the world, that this is not real. 80%. You ever seen the movie Warrior with Tom Hardy and Nick Nolte? The two brothers, the guy in the movie, the story's about the guy that gives $5 million, winner takes all, the baddest man on the planet, and everybody shows up. And the two brothers, Tom Hardy, and what's the other guy's name? He's a great actor, whatever that guy's name is on that picture.
Edgerton.
Freaking sick actor. I love Tom is one of my favorite actors, but him and the other guy, Nick Nolte, is an alcoholic in the movie, and he trains one of the brothers, and these two guys from two different brackets end up making it to the championship. And then all of a sudden, the guy announces and says, oh, you will not believe the story being built up behind this. These guys are brothers, and they haven't da-da-da-da. One goes into the military, big mess, falling out, and it leads into the biggest spectacle pay-per-view. Obviously, it's a movie. Okay, so Jake and Logan, if they're trying to make the real-life Warrior movie to say, we're going to sell record-breaking pay-per-view bigger than Conor McGregor and Mayweather, and each of us are going to pick up $100 million, guess what? Kudos to you if that's what you're doing, and the world's going to fall for it, and they're going to watch it. And will it be entertaining? Sure. These guys are professional marketers. For the last 5 years, they've each made hip-hop videos reacting to the other person and saying, you just want to be me and you just want to be that, and they've ran with this. Now, say that's not the case, okay? Say it's real. Let's just say it's not the case and it's real. A few months ago, I made a video. I think they had a falling out with Georgienko, and then it wasn't a falling out, and then Mike reached out, and him and I talked. Was it a falling, not a falling? No, it's just not a falling. Okay, great. I don't know what's going on over there, and whether there was a falling out or not. And, they have a great podcast. I think Mike's a great communicator. I think Logan's a great marketer, and I think George was a good addition to the group. Obviously, the main draw there is Logan. Before Logan, you and I probably didn't know Mike, or we didn't know George, or Logan kind of pulled it up, and he's done a great job for himself, building a brand, creating a lot of money for a lot of people. No problem. However, if this is real and they're going through this, there's a few things that I understand it's a modern day, and I said take 90 days off. I don't know if you remember this whole 90 days, Logan Paul, take the 90 days off stuff.
He reacted to it, by the way.
And he reacted to it, making fun of it, all these things. So one, if it's fake, they're fooling the people to make the money, go for it. If it's real, rule of thumb, never publicly humiliate your family for a dollar. Keeping up with the Kardashians, they did it. Yeah, they're great marketers. Whatever you want to put it up there, great. They did this, they did that. no problem. The family loses a bit of sincerity. The family loses a bit of authenticity. It all becomes an act to get the eyeballs, et cetera, et cetera. If these guys were my sons, which they're not, but if they were my sons, I would have a conversation with them, and I would say, we have some basic guidelines, guy, for this Paul family. You guys can publicly never talk to each other the way you guys have. Privately, fight as much as you want. Publicly, you cannot do this. This is not an example. This is why Tate brothers, when you see the videos on how it shows how Tristan defends Andrew, and that goes viral, and it's teaching brothers to be united, and Logan and Jake showing Logan not being happy for Jake and them having animosity, that creates dissension and division. One unites a family, one divides a family. So if it's an act, take your couple $100 million. Is it really worth it? I don't think so. I think both of you guys can find ways to make billions in better ways instead of wanting to beat, Connor's fight or all that stuff. And I understand they're both competitive. I really like Jake. Really, I really like Jake. Jake to me is a very, very attractive personality where he's getting wiser and wiser. There's a part of him that I relate to. Like, if we were in the Army, I probably would have hung out more with Jake than I would have had with Logan if we were both 18.
100%.
But I also think Logan's got an upside to be a president one day. I don't think this is good look on what they're doing, even if it's a publicity stunt.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.